Hello, hello, hello. So we continue on with our wade into the discography of Penguin Cafe Orchestra. We're doing compilations, but it might extend to other things. This is just an umbrella. We're doing an umbrella, like the umbrella that they use on the Penguin Cafe logo on the later records. It's an umbrella. Metaphors. First one up. This is Preludes, Airs and Yodels from 96, I believe, if I can see. Does it say? Yeah, 96. And you get an idea of the compilation. It's a good one. This is probably one of the best ones to get, I think, because it doesn't include much from Union Cafe. Oh, I'm so rotten. It doesn't. It keeps away from that album, which is nice. And also the art aesthetic is kind of cool. It comes with the let's say, nice little liner notes there. We wade in imperfect solutions, indeed. Why bother aiming for perfection when that'll do? That's my quote. You can have that one for free. Again, it's having a bit of trouble picking it up, but there's some notable. Oh, there's a little Simon Jeffs. Look at that. I cut that out. I wonder what magazine that's from. Maybe it's Q magazine or something. So you never know what I might find. There's even the music for a found harmonium. It features music for a found harmonium played by Patrick Street, which is an Irish group. And again, if you hear it, you'd think it was a traditional Irish jig, because they play it like that. And the funny thing is when you do see it attributed, it was actually attributed as traditional, i.e., it's like a folk song, when it isn't. It's actually Simon Jeffs' composition. And I think I found it amusing, and so did Simon Jeffs at the time, that it was mistaken for a traditional Irish thing. And there's also a track on it called Harmonium, which is a remix of it by the Orb. Remember them? Remember Orb? They do a remix of it, which is kind of spacey, and that's the standout for that. But also it gives you a really good roundup of their career, I think. This one isn't a compilation per se. This is a soundtrack. And I've reversed the sleeve, because that isn't the sleeve. It's the soundtrack to a film called Oscar und Lenny, which is a German film. And this was released in 1999. But we'll have a look inside. I just reversed it around because I just loved that picture. I thought it was just a great picture of the group together. I did see the film many, many years ago, and I've completely forgotten it. Because I'm old and it's been a long time. But yeah, the artwork's pretty interesting on it. I mean, I don't think there's anything different about the tracks. Like they're not remixes or anything. But that's the actual sleeve design. But I just preferred that. And but yeah, it's got this kind of silver. I don't know if it's really catching. It's got a silver kind of shine to it, shimmer and shine, and that's it. With lots of liner notes, and yeah, I just got it because it was a thing. And yeah, it's a soundtrack. But yeah, there's nothing in there that's going to knock your socks off. I did initially think that they were different, like mixes or slightly different, but I don't think they are. Again, there's nothing to indicate that they're anything different. It includes Lifeboat, another one from the Porlock, Southern Duke Music, Nothing Really Blue, Still Star Bologna, Steady State, Oscar Tango, Thorntree Wind, Red Shorts, Air Dancer. So a lot of stuff there from Union Cafe. So brain turns off. This isn't I'm just a fan. This isn't a compilation. This is a promo of a Telephone and Rubber Band Pop-Tastic remix, which came out. And there's the there you go. for I Am, yeah, Mercury 1:1, because it was used as to advertise mobile phones back at the turn of the millennia. I think I might even have this on vinyl. Oh, I've gone and wankered the white balance now by doing that. So yeah, it's an interesting one. This is a Zopf release, and this is the second Penguin Cafe Orchestra sampler. Interesting thing about these ones is this was mastered by Jennifer Maidman and produced by Arthur Jeffs. I can't remember where I got it. Features numbers 1 to 4, Soybean Fumble, Air, Lifeboat, Vega, Perpetua Mobile, Silver Star, Bologna, Piano Sketch, Cora, Liebacher Thing of England, Red Shorts, another one from the Pilot, Pythagoras on the Line. So, yeah, numbers 1 to 6 from Concert Program, so they're not the studio album versions. 7 to 9 from Piano Music, so that's the Simon Jeffs album, and 10 to 13 from Union Cafe. So a pretty weird one, that. It's a pretty odd one, and the design is just pretty nondescript. This was out in, what year was it? 2004. And yeah, it's a bit of a peculiar one, but you have again, it must have been around the same, just after a history. I never understood why this thing even existed. It was a real peculiar release, but there you go. It exists. It exists. These are slightly out of sequence. Oopsie. Oh, Darren, you're gonna upset. Imagine that came last. Yeah, you do that. This was an odd one. I saw this one. This is when HMV was still a thing. HMV Easy Listening, and I just bought it because I like that little bit of weird Photoshop. And again, it's got a really strange selection. Penguin Cafe single, Huge Babies, Off from the Colonies, Off Giles Farmer's Dream, Telephone and Rubber Band, Pythagoras Trousers, Air Dancer, Walk Don't Run, Ecstasy of Dancing Fleas, Steady State, Prelude and Yoda, More Milk, Music for Harmony, Music by Numbers, Beanfield, Swing the Cat, Dirt, and Perpetual Mobile. Bit of an odd one, that. And this was only something like a £5. It was cheap. It didn't cost a lot, if I remember. And so I just liked the design of it because I'm sad. I'm a sad completist, you know. But I just thought it was peculiar. It caught my eye. I must have been in HMV. I must have bought it from HMV, obviously. And yeah, September 2002. There's some liner notes from Martin Hutchinson there in the booklet, which you can read. And again, this is odd because we'd already had the history set, which I'm coming to. Again, I've gone and done these completely out of sequence. I'm sorry. It's just the way I put them on the shelves. Because the history compilation was out in 2001, which I'm going to do a separate video for that. I've already recorded because, you know, we did that, but here it is here. There's a brief history and there's two versions because that's the SA CD. Don't worry, it's not multi-channel. It's just the best version. You can hear it. And that's just the standard CD version because, you know, I've got to have them both because I'm a weirdo. But I'll be covering these again in the video about the history box set. There's another one called Best, which is a Japanese edition. I haven't got that, but I might track it down. That's the only one I haven't got again because it's from Japan, and you know, I don't tend to collect Japanese issues of things, because you know. And then I go and completely contradict myself by then talking about this, which is a Japanese release. This isn't a compilation per se. This is a tribute to the Penguin Cafe Orchestra, which was released in Japan. Again, I just like the aesthetic of it. You know, half of this is the artwork, isn't it? And again, look at it. I just like that. It's just, I like that, and it's a very unusual CD case, because there's no plastic. It's paper, but it's all folded. And it's all folded. It's card, because I really like ecological CD things, and it just pulls out. It says, "Try not to completely wanker it." There we go. And that's all cardboard, and there's the CD. And it just slips back in a little crease there, which holds it in place. But yeah, this is a compilation of, and it's called Penguin Cafe Orchestra Tribute. Of course it is, I knew that. And there are a load of Japanese artists covering the band, and you know, very often making the songs their own. You know, it's not like some of them are like kind of more straight interpretations than others. So this is worth checking out, because you know, and there's lots of penguins in it. But like I said, I haven't got the best compilation, which is from Japan. I should really get that. But again, it's always been a bit expensive. I might see if I can find a cheap second-hand copy of it. So yeah, this is an interesting little footnote to talk about. And again, it's all in Japanese. So I don't know what's going on. So that's one for the Japanese fans out there, unfortunately. But yeah, I'll tell you what is interesting. What is that, Darren? Look, it's actually printed on the bag. Let's see. This is recyclable. See? Isn't that amazing? That is recyclable. And there's of course there's an Obi strip as well at the bottom. Of course there's got to be an Obi strip. It wouldn't be a Japanese issue if there was no Obi strip, would there? So yeah, so those are the compilations. I will be doing a follow-up on this with the history set, because that deserves its own video. And thanks for watching. It was just like piano music to talk about, which I've got here. But we'll do that in a separate video. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you've enjoyed this, and don't worry, we're nearly getting to the end. Thanks for watching. There's only one more thing left to say next. Ta-da!